Mr. Skinnylegs.
Peppa is playing with her doll's house. George is playing too. Peppa is making a tea party for the doll family.
Here, George. I'm the mummy and daddy. You can be the children. Children, it's nearly tea time, so you must wash your hands.
George is putting the dolls to bed.
Night-night. George, why are you putting the children to bed? They're having a tea party.
George likes putting the dolls to bed.
Children, come downstairs right now, or you won't get any cake.
George isn't listening. He's too busy putting the dolls to bed.
George, if you want to play with my doll's house, you have to help with the tea party. Here, George. You can fill the teapot with water. Children, come downstairs right now. Mummy, we're coming.
George is going to fill the teapot with water.
Ooh.
George has found a spider in the sink. George wants the spider to be his friend.
Oh.
George likes the spider. The spider likes George. Peppa loves playing tea parties.
Where are all the chocolate biscuits, Daddy? We had lots yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, Mummy. I must have eaten them all. Ho, ho, ho. Naughty Daddy.
George is putting the spider to bed.
Night-night. George, what are you doing? You have to help me with the tea party. Help! Help! Daddy! There's a spider in my bedroom.
Oh, don't worry, Peppa.
Please, Daddy, take it away.
No need to panic. Hello, George. Have you seen the spider?
It's too scary. Take it away.
There's no need to be afraid, Peppa. Spiders are very, very small and they can't hurt you. But don't worry. Daddy will take it out of the bedroom. Whoa! He's quite big, isn't he? I'll just fetch Mummy Pig. Mummy Pig!
Hello, Mr. Skinnylegs.
Peppa feels a little bit braver.
He likes being in my doll's house.
Hello, children. I hear you found a little spider. I'll take him out of the bedroom so you two can play.
Mummy, his name is Mr. Skinnylegs.
Ah! Mr. Skinnylegs is big, isn't he?
Peppa and George like the spider.
Night-night.
George is putting the spider to bed.
No, George. He wants some tea. He doesn't want to be in bed. Are you hungry, Mr. Skinnylegs? Would you like some cake?
Peppa isn't afraid of the spider anymore.
Mummy, Daddy, sit down. We are all going to have tea with Mr. Skinnylegs. Who wants tea?
Me, please.
Me, please. Delicious.
Peppa loves playing tea parties.
Here's your tea, Mr. Skinnylegs. What's that? You want to say hello to my daddy? Hello, Mr. Daddy Pig.
Hey, that's all right, Peppa. Let Mr. Skinnylegs drink his tea.
You're not scared, are you, Daddy?
Oh, no, of course not. Well, not so close. Whoa!
Peppa likes Mr. Skinnylegs. Everyone likes Mr. Skinnylegs.
Fancy dress party.
Peppa and George are having a fancy dress party. All their friends are invited. Peppa is dressed as a fairy princess. And George is dressed as a dinosaur.
Grrr, dinosaur.
Here are Peppa's friends: Candy Cat, Susie Sheep, Danny Dog, Rebecca Rabbit and Pedro Pony. Susie is wearing her nurse's costume.
Hello, Susie.
Hello, Mr. Pig.
I'm glad the nurse has arrived. Have you just come from the hospital?
I'm not a real nurse. It's just pretend.
Very good. My. Who have we here?
I'm a pirate. Shiver me timbers. Meow. I'm a witch. I can turn you into a frog.
Nay.
I'm a clown.
That's funny. And what are you, Rebecca Rabbit?
I'm a carrot.
Fantastic. Come in. There's a fairy princess and a dinosaur waiting to meet you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Peppa.
Nay.
Hello, Susie. I'm Princess Peppa. You must bow when you speak to me. Hello, Your Majesty. I'm Nurse Susie. Open wide and say ah. Ah.
Nay.
I'm a clown. Do something funny. Rebecca, why are you dressed as a carrot? I like carrots. Dinosaur. A scary dinosaur.
Peppa is admiring herself in the mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? You are Peppa. Meow. Hello, Peppa. Hello, I'm a little fairy princess. I'm a witch. Meow. And I've got a magic wand. I've got a magic wand too. I can turn you into a frog. And I'll turn you into a frog. Dinosaur.
Oh dear, George is scared of his own reflection.
Oh, silly George. Look, it's you in the mirror. Children, it's time to decide who has the best fancy dress costume.
We need a judge.
Me.
As it's Peppa's party, maybe she should be the judge.
I'm the judge. Daddy, what is a judge?
The judge decides who has the best costume.
Oh, goody.
Peppa is going to choose who has the best costume.
Susie, can I see your costume, please? I'm Nurse Susie. I make people better. Very good, Nurse Susie. Now, Danny. I'm a pirate. Shiver me timbers. Now, Candy. Meow. I'm a witch. I can turn you into a frog. Well, I'm a fairy princess and I can turn you into a frog.
Children.
Sorry, Mummy.
Who's next?
I'm a clown. That's funny. And Rebecca? I'm a carrot. Lovely. And my little brother George is a scary dinosaur. Everyone's costume is very good. Hooray!
Now you say who the winner is.
Oh, yes. And the winner is... me.
Oh!
Peppa, you can't pick yourself. You're the judge.
Oh, can't I?
You have to pick another winner.
OK. The carrot wins. Hooray! Thank you.
Peppa loves fancy dress parties. Everyone loves fancy dress parties.
The power cut.
It is evening. Peppa and George are in the sitting room, dancing to their favourite song. Daddy Pig is in the hallway, vacuuming the carpet. And Mummy Pig is in her study, doing important work on her computer.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh!
Mummy! Daddy! It's gone all dark and the music is broken.
And my vacuum won't work.
And my computer has switched off.
Ooh!
Mummy Pig tries the light switch, but the lights do not come on.
It must be a power cut.
What's a power cut?
A power cut is when there is no electricity.
What's electricity?
Electricity is what makes everything in our house work.
Will the electricity come back again?
Yes, But in the meantime, we need to find a torch.
I think there's a torch in the cellar.
OK, I'll go and get it.
Will you be okay, Daddy?
Oh, I'll be fine. I can see very well in the dark. Who put that there?
Oh.
Daddy, are you okay?
Yes, it's just a bit dark down here.
Oh, I've just remembered. I think the torch is in the kitchen. Aha!
Mummy Pig has found the torch.
Can I hold the torch, Mummy?
OK.
George, look at me.
Peppa is making a funny face.
Don't worry, George. It's only Peppa. Oh, we'd better tell Daddy we found the torch.
Daddy is still in the cellar, looking for the torch.
I'm sure it's here somewhere.
Daddy, we found the torch. Luckily, it was in the kitchen all the time.
What a stroke of luck.
Now we just have to wait until the electricity comes back.
How long will that be, exactly?
I would say exactly a long time.
Oh, but George and I want to do some dancing. I know what we can do. We can watch some television. Oh, it won't go on.
The TV needs electricity too.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, now what are we going to do?
In the olden days, when there was no television, children would have to make up their own games.
I know. I need a cardboard box.
What is Peppa doing?
Mummy, will you cut a hole in this box for me?
What for?
You'll see.
Mummy Pig is cutting a hole in the cardboard box.
There you are, Peppa.
Thank you. Now you all have to sit down there. And George, you have to point this torch at me. Welcome to Peppa Pig News with me, Peppa Pig.
Peppa has made her own television.
Today, the whole world stopped working when there was a power cut. And all the electricity was lost.
Very good, Peppa.
Daddy Pig says that the electricity won't be back for a long, long time. Oh!
The electricity is back.
Hooray!
Shush! I haven't finished yet. Switch the lights off.
OK, Peppa.
Good. I have some very important news. The Queen has just found some more electricity and says that everyone can now be happy again.
Very good, Peppa.
Hooray!
Let's dance!
Peppa quite enjoyed the power cut, but she's happy the electricity is back again.
George's new clothes.
It is a lovely sunny day. Peppa and George are playing in the garden.
Muddy puddles.
Peppa and George love jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
George, you are all muddy.
Peppa! George!
George, my goodness, what a muddy little piggy.
You'll need a bath.
And we'll need to wash your clothes.
Oh.
George is washed in the bath. George's clothes are washed in the washing machine.
We must have washed these clothes 1,000 times.
George's clothes have got holes in them.
When you wash clothes 1,000 times, they get holes in them.
I can see your bottom, George.
Maybe it's time we got George some new clothes.
Mummy Pig is taking Peppa and George to the clothes shop.
Hello, Mummy Pig.
Hello, Miss Rabbit.
How can I help you?
We need some new clothes for George, please.
Well, you're in luck. This is a clothes shop. First, we need to measure you. Now hold your arms out.
George thinks you're going to tickle him.
I promise I won't tickle you, George. Very good. What a big, strong boy you are.
You see, George, Miss Rabbit didn't tickle you, did she? No, but I will.
George loves being tickled.
Right, let's find George some new clothes. How about this? It will keep you very warm.
Ooh.
If George would kindly go into the changing booth, please.
George is wearing a big, thick, woolly jumper.
You look cuddly, George.
I don't think white is the best colour for puddle jumping.
This isn't white. It's every other colour but white.
George, you look like a clown. No.
George does not want to look like a clown.
Too much colour. What about this then?
Now you look like a penguin.
Yes, it's still not really George.
What about this then? Basically, it's what you had before.
Oh, yes.
George, you look like you.
What do you think, George?
Hooray!
George likes his new clothes.
Daddy, we're home.
Oh, so George didn't get any new clothes then?
These are his new clothes, Daddy Pig.
The same as before, but no holes.
Ho, ho, I see.
Can we play in the garden now, Mummy?
Yes, let's all play in the garden.
Yippee! Look, a muddy puddle. Let's jump in it. Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Splish, splash, slosh, splish, splash. With a big splash here and a big splash there. Here a splash, there a splash, everywhere a splish, splash. Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Splish, splash, slosh, splish, splash.
Ho, ho.
George, you've got your new clothes all muddy again. Oh.
You're one to talk, Peppa. Look at your clothes.
And you seem to be a little muddy too, Daddy Pig.
And you, Mummy Pig.
Oh, well, it's only mud. It'll come off in the wash.
If we're going to get washed anyway, let's get even more muddy.
Yes!
Peppa, George, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig love getting muddy. Everyone loves getting muddy.
School play.
Peppa's playgroup are going to put on a play.
The Little Red Riding Hood.
Hooray!
All the children have parts in the play. They have to practice at home. Peppa is going to be Little Red Riding Hood. Mummy Pig has made her costume. Daddy Pig is helping Peppa practice.
OK, Peppa. What do you say?
I'm Little Red Riding Hood.
Very good. Then what? I'm going to visit my grandma.
I'm going to visit my grandma.
Bravo, Peppa!
Danny Dog is going to play the big bad wolf. Grandad Dog and Mummy Dog are helping him practice.
On the big bad wolf.
Try not to laugh, Danny.
You should be a bit scarier. Try it like this, Danny. I'm the big bad wolf. I'm gonna eat you all up. You see?
Yes, that was really scary.
Pedro Pony is going to play the hunter. He will rescue Peppa from the big bad wolf.
I'm the hunter. And...
Pedro is a bit shy.
Nay. You say, I'm going to chase you away, you big bad wolf.
Go away, naughty wolf.
Very good, Pedro.
Rebecca Rabbit is going to be the grandma.
What do I say, Mummy?
Let's see. At the start of the play, you get locked in a cupboard by the big bad wolf. Then right at the end of the play, you are rescued by the hunter. And you say, thank you.
Thank you.
Very good, Rebecca.
Everyone has come to see the school play.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our play, The Little Red Riding Hood. First, let us meet the actors.
Meow.
Please, for the sake of the actors, no photography, please. And now, our play begins. Grandma is at home. But who is this visitor?
On the big bad wolf.
Well done, Danny!
Oh dear, Danny has forgotten what he says next.
Grandma, you must go in the cupboard.
Go in the cupboard.
The big bad wolf is pretending to be Grandma.
I am Little Red Riding Hood. I'm going to visit my grandma.
Bravo, Peppa.
Daddy, you must not take photos.
Oops. Sorry, Peppa. Carry on.
I'm going to visit my grandma. Oh, you don't look like my grandma. What big eyes you have. What big teeth you have. You are not Grandma. You are the big bad wolf. Ooh. Help! Oh, help!
But look who is here. Just in time. Pedro the Hunter.
Help! Oh, help!
Just in time. Pedro the Hunter.
Pedro is a bit shy.
Pedro, would you like me to come on with you?
Yes, please. You are a very naughty wolf. I saved you, Grandma. Hooray! Thank you.
Bravo! Bravo!
Pedro, you were very good. You are almost as good as me. Superhero party!
Today is Pedro Pony's birthday. He is having a superhero party.
Am I a bird? Am I a plane? No, I'm a potato. Hello!
Here are Peppa and George.
Oh, you're dressed like Super Potato too. Yes! Super Potato! Hello!
All the children are dressed as Super Potato.
What fun! You can never have too many potatoes.
Why are you blinking your eyes at me? I am using my X-ray eyes to see what is in your tummy. What? It's just pretend, Danny.
Am I a bird? Am I a plane? No! I'm a potato!
It is the real Super Potato.
Hello down there! Hope I'm not late. Where is Pedro the Pony?
That's me.
You sent me this message. It says, come to my party.
It's a party invite.
So I'm here to save the day. Who do I rescue?
Nobody needs rescuing. It's a birthday party.
Oh, in that case, I'll be on my way.
Please stay, Super Potato. We're going to play party games.
And we've got balloons.
Party games and balloons? Okay, I'll stay.
Hooray!
This game is called Pass the Parcel. Inside the parcel is a surprise toy. Which one of the players will win?
Sounds great. How do we play?
I start the music, the parcel is passed around, and when the music stops, one layer of paper is unwrapped.
Aha! I wonder what's inside.
No one knows. That's what makes the game such fun.
Time to use my X-ray eyes. Inside the parcel is a toy car.
You can't look inside the parcel. That's cheating.
Okay, I'll unwrap it using super strength. So, do I win?
No. This is a children's game. You can't use X-ray eyes or super strength.
But I'm a superhero.
If you want to stay at the party, you'll have to promise not to use your superpowers.
Okay. I promise not to use my superpowers.
Thank you. Now it's time for the balloons.
Yippee! Balloons!
There you go, George. Don't let go.
Oh.
Don't worry, George. Here's another one. Who else wants a balloon?
Me!
I wonder how big I can make them. Wow!
It's the biggest balloon in the world.
Yes, I suppose it might be.
Ah! She's going up.
Don't worry. I'll stop when I get to the ceiling. As long as there isn't any window open.
Oh dear, there is a window open.
Perhaps I should have closed that.
Super Potato, fly after her.
But I promise not to use my superpowers. And I never break a promise.
Help! Save me!
Super Potato, we need you to use your superpowers now.
Really? I'm allowed to?
Yes!
Okay. Time to use my laser eyes to pop the balloon.
Brilliant! Now what?
I know. I'll use my super elastic arms to catch you.
Oof!
Super Potato has rescued Miss Rabbit.
Thank you!
No problem. I'm a potato. I always save the day.
Super Potato is amazing. This is my best birthday party ever.
Pedro loves superhero parties. Everyone loves superhero parties.
International Day.
Peppa and her friends are at playgroup. They are dressed up in costumes from different countries.
Today is International Day, when we celebrate all the countries of the world.
Hooray!
Peppa is dressed as France.
I'm France.
George is Russia. Pedro is America.
Yeehaw!
Zoe is Japan.
Konnichiwa.
Susie is Holland.
Hello. That's Dutch for hello. Madam Gazelle, what do all the countries of the world do?
They sing the song of harmony together.
Hooray! I like singing. So do I.
Does everyone remember the words?
Yes, Madam Gazelle. Peace and harmony in all the world. Peace and harmony in all the world. Peace and harmony in all the world. Peace and harmony.
Lovely. And later, we will sing that for your mummies and daddies.
It is playtime.
Enjoy yourselves. Play nicely together.
All the countries are playing in the playground. The United Kingdom is on the slide.
Whee!
France and Switzerland are on the swings. Germany is playing hopscotch.
1, 2, 3.
America, Russia, Spain and Greece are in the sandpit.
I'm building a big sandcastle. Yeehaw!
Here are Holland and Japan.
Ahem. Now it's our turn in the sand pit. Why? Because you've had your turn. You can play on the slide now. But we want to play here.
Oh dear, there is not enough room in the sandpit for more than 4 countries.
What's going on? It's our turn in the sand pit. But we were here first. Is Susie being a bit bossy? George started it. Leave George alone. He's only little. Hello, hello, hello. What's all this noise about then?
Nay.
They're trying to push us out of the sandpit. No, we're not. Yes, you are. George started it. That's
Oh dear, the countries of the world are not playing nicely together.
Peace and harmony in all the world. What's that noise? Oh no! The countries are fighting!
Can't play in the sand pit.
Yes, we can. It's not fair.
Stop arguing!
Susie, you're always telling people what to do.
No, I am not.
Children! What is happening?
America, Russia, Spain and Greece won't share the sand pit.
Holland is being bossy.
You're the bossy one.
That is enough. Is this how you think the countries of the world behave?
Don't they?
Of course not.
Sorry, Madame Gazelle.
All the parents have arrived.
How is International Day going?
Not too bad.
Excellent.
Lovely.
We will now sing for you the Song of Harmony.
Peace and harmony in all the world. Peace and harmony in all the world. Peace and harmony in all the world. Peace and harmony.
Hooray!
What a wonderful display of togetherness.
Peppa and her friends love singing together in harmony. All the countries of the world love singing together in harmony.
Pumpkin competition.
Peppa and her friends are at playgroup.
Aho, it is almost Halloween, children, and we are going to have a pumpkin competition.
Ooh.
Have you all brought in your pumpkins?
Yes. I grew my pumpkin from a seed. My mummy bought my pumpkin from the supermarket. I've got a pumpkin that's made out of plastic. I haven't got my pumpkin here because Grandpa is still growing it.
Fine. Just remember to decorate your pumpkins and bring them back here for the competition tonight. There will be prizes for everyone.
Granny and Grandpa Pig have come to collect Peppa.
Granny Pig! Grandpa Pig! Have you got my pumpkin for the competition tonight?
Don't worry, Peppa. Your pumpkin is safe and sound in my greenhouse.
Is my pumpkin big, Grandpa?
Oh, yes.
This is Grandpa Pig's greenhouse.
May I present your pumpkin?
Grandpa! It is the biggest pumpkin in the world.
Quite possibly.
But how are we going to get such a huge pumpkin to the playgroup?
One step at a time, Granny Pig. We need to make this pumpkin into a lantern.
Ooh.
First, I will scoop out all the inside. Now we cut out the face.
And we put a candle inside to make it glow.
Lovely.
Now we put the pumpkin into the car.
The pumpkin is very, very heavy.
Oh, there. Step one complete. We're out of the greenhouse. Now for step two. We lift it into the car.
The pumpkin is impossible to lift.
I told you it was too big.
It's not too big. We just need a bit of help.
Hello? Miss Rabbit's helicopter rescue service.
Miss Rabbit, please come to our rescue.
It's very important. Come quickly.
I'm on my way.
All the children have brought their pumpkin lanterns to playgroup.
Welcome to the pumpkin competition. If everyone is here, we will get started.
Peppa isn't here.
Oh, where is she?
Miss Rabbit's rescue helicopter has arrived at Grandpa's greenhouse.
So, who needs rescuing?
My pumpkin.
We have to get it to the playgroup in time for the competition.
Okay. Hop aboard. Next stop, the playgroup.
I think we will have to start without Peppa.
Aw, it won't be fun without Peppa.
The prize for the best pumpkin grown from seed goes to Susie Sheep.
That's me. This is fun.
The prize for the best pumpkin bought from a supermarket goes to Pedro Pony.
That's me. Nay.
The prize for the best plastic pumpkin goes to...
What's that noise? Look! What's that? There's a light in the sky. Ooh. It's a flying pumpkin. It's Peppa's pumpkin. Wow! Hello! Sorry we're late. Hello, Peppa. Am I in time for the pumpkin competition?
Yes, of course! The prize for the best flying pumpkin goes to Peppa Pig.
Hooray! This is the best Halloween ever!
Peppa loves Halloween. Everyone loves Halloween.
Pumpkin competition.
Peppa and her friends are at playgroup.
Aho! It is almost Halloween, children, and we are going to have a pumpkin competition.
Ooh!
Have you all brought in your pumpkins?
Yes! I grew my pumpkin from a seed. My mummy bought my pumpkin from the supermarket. I've got a pumpkin that's made out of plastic. I haven't got my pumpkin here because Grandpa is still growing it.
Fine. Just remember to decorate your pumpkins and bring them back here for the competition tonight. There will be prizes for everyone.
Granny and Grandpa Pig have come to collect Peppa.
Granny Pig! Grandpa Pig! Have you got my pumpkin for the competition tonight?
Don't worry, Peppa. Your pumpkin is safe and sound in my greenhouse.
Is my pumpkin big, Grandpa?
Oh, yes.
This is Grandpa Pig's greenhouse.
May I present your pumpkin?
Grandpa! It is the biggest pumpkin in the world.
Quite possibly.
But how are we going to get such a huge pumpkin to the playgroup?
One step at a time, Granny Pig. We need to make this pumpkin into a lantern.
Ooh.
First, I will scoop out all the inside. Now we cut out the face.
And we put a candle inside to make it glow.
Lovely.
Now we put the pumpkin into the car.
The pumpkin is very, very heavy.
Oh, there. Step one complete. We're out of the greenhouse. Now for step two. We lift it into the car.
The pumpkin is impossible to lift.
I told you it was too big.
It's not too big. We just need a bit of help.
Hello? Miss Rabbit's helicopter rescue service.
Miss Rabbit, please come to our rescue.
It's very important. Come quickly.
I'm on my way.
All the children have brought their pumpkin lanterns to playgroup.
Welcome to the pumpkin competition. If everyone is here, we will get started.
Peppa isn't here.
Oh, where is she?
Miss Rabbit's rescue helicopter has arrived at Grandpa's greenhouse.
So, who needs rescuing?
My pumpkin.
We have to get it to the playgroup in time for the competition.
Okay. Hop aboard. Next stop, the playgroup.
I think we will have to start without Peppa.
Aw, it won't be fun without Peppa.
The prize for the best pumpkin grown from seed goes to Susie Sheep.
That's me. This is fun.
The prize for the best pumpkin bought from a supermarket goes to Pedro Pony.
That's me. Nay.
The prize for the best plastic pumpkin goes to...
What's that noise?
Look!
What's that?
There's a light in the sky.
Ooh. It's a flying pumpkin. It's Peppa's pumpkin. Wow! Hello! Sorry we're late.
Hello, Peppa.
Am I in time for the pumpkin competition?
Yes, of course. The prize for the best flying pumpkin goes to Peppa Pig.
Hooray! This is the best Halloween ever!
Peppa loves Halloween. Everyone loves Halloween.
Dinosaur party!
Today, Peppa and George have come to play at Granny and Grandpa's house.
Grandpa Pig!
Hello, Peppa and George.
Dinosaur! Grrr!
And hello to you too, Mr. Dinosaur.
It is Granny Pig, dressed as a dinosaur.
My goodness, Granny Pig, you gave me a shock.
Sorry, Grandpa. Didn't I mention I was doing a dinosaur day today?
No, you didn't.
Granny, why are you dressed as a dinosaur?
I'm doing an historical reenactment about dinosaurs with my friends.
It sounds like an excuse for another tea party in the garden.
It's not a party. It's all very serious and based on facts. I am dressed as a Tyrannosaurus.
Ooh!
And I've made costumes for Peppa and George. Peppa is an Allosaurus and George is a Stegosaurus.
Grrr!
Here is Grandad Dog.
Hello, everyone.
And what are you supposed to be?
I'm a Triceratops.
Hello!
It is Granny Sheep and Granny Wolf.
Ah, I know what you are. A Brontosaurus.
Actually, the correct name these days is a Patasaurus.
Wonderful. Well, I'll get on with making the cups of tea.
Thank you, Grandpa. Everyone else, follow me. This is how the world looked a long time ago, when there were dinosaurs.
Ooh!
Let's start our historical reenactment.
What do we do?
I suppose we just stomp around and roar.
A long time ago, dinosaurs walked the earth. Just like this.
I see the party started.
It's not a party.
Hello! Hope I'm not late for the party.
You're just in time.
Ah, a cup of tea. Thanks, old chap.
It is Grampy Rabbit. He is dressed as a caveman.
Why are you dressed as a caveman?
Well, you said it was a dinosaur party, and dinosaurs and cavemen go well together.
Actually...
Anyway, I'm good at being a caveman. I hope you don't mind, but I asked my daughter along to the party.
Miss Rabbit is driving a huge robot dragon.
Hello, everyone! Oh, sorry! It's a bit hard to control this thing. Stand back, everyone!
But that's a dragon, not a dinosaur.
Whatever! You have to admit, it's good.
I suppose it's like a dinosaur. OK, everyone, on with the reenactment.
How long is this going on for? Didn't the dinosaurs die out at some point?
Yes, 66 million years ago, the world was hit by an asteroid.
What is an asteroid?
It's a huge ball of rock floating through space.
An asteroid would be super. But where can we get one?
It is Mr. Fox. Hello, Granny Pig. I heard you were having a dinosaur party, and I thought I might be able to sell you some stuff.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Fox.
I've got rubber pterodactyls, plastic nodding herbivores.
We need an asteroid.
It's like a ball.
And it has to be very big.
I've got just the thing. A giant beach ball.
Wow!
Perfect. That could be our asteroid.
You've got people in fancy dress, palm trees and a beach ball. This is a perfect beach party.
It's not a party.
And you can't have a beach party without music.
This is the best party ever!
Peppa Peppa loves dinosaur parties. Everyone loves dinosaur parties.
Spiderweb.
Daddy Pig is hard at work in the study.
Daddy Pig, this study is a complete mess.
It's not that bad.
There are lots of cobwebs.
I love cobwebs. They give the room character.
Cobwebs mean spiders, and I don't like spiders.
I do. Spiders catch flies, and flies are horrid.
Well, as long as I don't have to see a spider.
A spider! Hello, Mr. Skinny Legs. Oh, where have you gone?
Find it! I don't want it in the house.
Everyone is looking for Mr. Skinny Legs. Mr. Skinny Legs is not in the filing cabinet.
Oh.
Mr. Skinny Legs is not under the chair.
Oh.
Mr. Skinny Legs is not on the table.
Oh, I wonder where Mr. Skinny Legs is. Oh, ho! It sounds like Mummy has found him.
Don't be scared, Mummy.
Get rid of it!
OK, we'll take Mr. Skinny Legs into the garden. Now Mr. Skinny Legs has got the whole garden to play in.
Bye-bye, Mr. Skinny Legs.
It is starting to rain. Mr. Skinny Legs is running back to the house.
Maybe he doesn't like the rain.
He's climbing up the water spout.
Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed poor Incy out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again.
I don't want Mr. Skinny Legs in the house, Daddy Pig.
Let's take Mr. Skinny Legs a bit further into the garden. There we are. A nice tree for you to live in.
What is he doing?
He's making a web, Peppa. Spiders live in webs and use them to catch flies.
Oh, he's very busy.
Yes, it's hard work building a web. That's why you must never, ever break one. If you do, the spider has to do all the work again.
Yes, Daddy. Bye-bye, Mr. Skinny Legs.
It is bedtime.
I liked watching Mr. Skinny Legs make his web today.
And tomorrow, he'll make another web.
Really?
Yes, Mr. Skinny Legs makes a new web every day.
Where will the new web be, Daddy?
I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Good night.
Night-night.
It is morning. Daddy Pig is getting ready to go to work.
I don't want to be late. I have an important meeting at the office.
Daddy, you work very hard.
Yes, I do, but not as hard as Mr. Skinny Legs. Bye-bye, everyone. See you tonight.
Stop, Daddy.
What is it?
You cannot drive the car today.
Why not?
Look.
Mr. Skinny Legs has built a web, joining the car to the house.
Daddy, you said you must never, ever break a web.
Did I?
Yes, Daddy Pig.
If you move the car, you will break the web.
But how am I going to get to work?
Don't worry, Daddy. You can borrow my little bicycle. Here you are.
Thank you, Peppa.
Daddy Pig is riding Peppa's little bicycle.
Have a nice ride to work.
I will, Peppa. Bye.
Bye.
Daddy Pig works very hard. But Mr. Skinny Legs works even harder.
Wendy Wolf's birthday.
It is Wendy Wolf's birthday, and she has invited all her friends to a party.
Happy birthday, Wendy. Thank you, everybody.
Mr. Wolf is blowing up balloons for the party.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow these balloons up.
I love balloons.
Me too.
Everybody loves balloons.
Come on, let's dance. Don't let the balloons fall to the ground. Keep them in the air. This is fun.
Here is Mrs. Wolf.
Who wants bubbles?
Me!
Okay, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow some bubbles.
I love bubbles. They are a bit like balloons. But they pop when you touch them. Watch. Woo! See? I popped one. Oh, we've popped all the bubbles.
We can always make some more bubbles. Who wants to go?
Me!
Okay.
Hooray!
Are you ready?
Yes, Mrs. Wolf.
You have to huff.
Huff.
And you have to puff.
Puff.
And blow.
So many bubbles. Pretty bubbles in the sky. Ooh. Look at that big bubble. That's not a bubble, Pedro. That's the full moon. Ah, and you know what you do when you see a full moon? You howl. Ow! Why do you do that? That's what wolves do. We howl at the moon. Wendy, can you teach us how to do that? Okay. First, you have to look up at the moon. And then you howl. Ow! Ow!
Wendy Wolf has taught everyone how to howl like a wolf.
Wow, who did that one? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't any of us. It's a wild animal.
It is Granny Wolf.
Happy birthday, Wendy.
Hello, Granny.
You must all be Wendy's friends. How do you do?
Hello, Granny Wolf. My, what big ears you've got, Granny Wolf.
All the better to hear you with.
What big eyes you've got, Granny Wolf.
All the better to see you with.
And what big teeth you've got.
All the better to eat birthday cake.
Wendy, what's that in the middle of your cake? It is a little house made of sticks. Ah!
Time to blow out the candles, Wendy.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow the candles out. You've blown the stick house down.
Oh, well done.
That's my go.
It was quite easy.
Houses made of sticks are easy to blow down.
I always forget. What's your house made of, Mr. Pig?
It's made of bricks.
Not straw?
Bricks.
Oh, of course.
That was a great party, Wendy. Yes, that was my best party ever. Happy birthday, Wendy. Shadows.
It is a lovely sunny day. Peppa, George and Rebecca Rabbit are playing Piggy in the Middle.
Catch, Peppa. Catch, Rebecca.
George is the piggy in the middle. Oh, George is trying to catch the bull's shadow.
Silly George. That's not the ball. That's just its shadow. Look.
When the ball moves, its shadow moves as well.
You've got a shadow too, George.
George is trying to walk away from his shadow.
You can't walk away from your shadow. You need to run away from it.
Peppa is trying to run away from her shadow.
Oh, it's still there. Hello, everyone. Hello, Susie. We're trying to run away from our shadows. No one can run away from their shadow. Oh.
You need to use a scooter. Whee!
Susie is trying to ride away from her shadow.
See?
But your shadow is still there.
Oh!
Hello, everyone.
Here is Mr. Elephant with Emily and Edmund.
Hello. We're trying to run away from our shadows.
You can never run away from your shadow.
I know! We can't go fast enough.
No, Susie, it's nothing to do with how fast you run. You see? My shadow is still underneath me.
Run faster!
Even if I run faster, my shadow keeps up with me.
Daddy, your shadow is too big. It's slowing you down.
It's not that, Emily. Your shadow always stays with you.
Why? When something gets in the way of the sun, it makes a shadow, like this. Oh.
I have the biggest shadow because I'm the biggest.
And George and I have the smallest shadows because we are the smallest.
Very clever, Edmund.
I'm a clever clogs.
Whose shadow is that?
That's the biggest shadow ever.
It must be a giant.
It's not a giant. The shadow is being made by a cloud.
Wow. What sort of cloud is it?
It's a big cloud.
It's called a stratocumulus.
Yes.
Edmund Elephant is a clever clogs.
Look, our shadows are getting longer.
Ooh.
That's because the sun is getting lower in the sky. It's nearly night time.
My shadow has gone.
Yes, Emily. When the sun sets, the shadows go away.
Peppa, George, bedtime.
OK, Daddy. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
It is bedtime.
I'm a bit sad that my shadow's gone away.
Don't be sad, Peppa. The electric light can make shadows. And we can make shadow puppets.
Mummy Pig is using her hands to make a shadow puppet.
It's a birdie.
Listen to it sing. Tweet, tweet, I'm a little birdie.
My turn.
Peppa has made a spider.
My name is Mr. Skinny Legs.
Oh, scary.
George is making a shadow puppet.
What's that, George? Dinosaur. Brrr.
George has made a dinosaur.
That's really scary.
Very good, George. Time to switch the lights out. Good night, Peppa. Good night, George. Good night, shadows.
Good night, shadows. The Secret Club.
Peppa has come to play with Susie Sheep.
Hello, Susie.
Hello, Peppa.
Why have you got that mask on your face?
So people don't know it's me. I'm in a secret club.
Ooh, can I be in your secret club?
Shh. It's not easy to get into. You have to say the secret word.
What word?
Flubber double.
Flubber double?
Right, you're in.
Danny Dog has come to play.
Hello, Peppa. Hello, Susie.
Shh. What? I'm in a secret club.
I'm in it too. Ooh.
Pedro Pony, Candy Cat and Rebecca Rabbit have come to play.
Hello. Shh. Susie and Peppa are in a secret club. Can we join your secret club? It's very hard to get into.
You have to say the secret word. Shalamakuki.
Shalamakuki? That's not the word I said.
It changes all the time to keep it secret.
Ah. Are we in the secret club now?
You're in.
What do? We do secret things in secret.
And secretly go on secret missions. I don't know what you're talking about.
Show us how you do a secret mission.
Yes, show us. Peppa can do it.
You've got the mask on, Susie.
OK, my secret mission is to get biscuits. Watch this.
Susie Sheep is trying not to be seen.
Mummy, can I have some biscuits for my friends, please?
Of course. Here you are.
Thank you, Mummy.
Susie Sheep has returned with the biscuits.
Hooray!
Shh! Hooray!
Did anyone see you?
No, well, only a grown-up.
Look out!
Would you like some juice to go with your biscuits?
What biscuits?
The biscuits I just gave you for your friends.
Oh, Susie!
What's the matter?
We're in a secret club doing secret things and Susie's told everyone.
Oh, can I be in your secret club, please? Please, I've always wanted to be in a secret club.
It's very hard to get into.
You must say the secret word.
Which is?
Pick-a-needle-noodle.
Pick-a-needle-noodle?
That's it. You're in.
What happens now?
Look out.
It's Daddy Pig.
You talk to my daddy.
But don't say anything about our secret club.
Hello? Ah, there you are, Mummy Sheep. What's new?
Secret club.
Oh, no.
Ooh, I always wanted to be in a secret club. Can I join, please?
You can't join Daddy because you are grown up.
My mummy is grown up.
Well, you have to know the magic word.
Which is?
Papa-deedle-doodle-dum.
Papa-deedle-doodle-dum.
You're in.
What do I do now?
Look out.
It's Mummy Pig.
Follow Mummy in secret.
Daddy Pig,
Ah, hello, Mummy Pig.
what are you doing in that bush?
Secret club?
I've always wanted to be in a secret club.
We can't have everyone in the secret club.
It wouldn't be a secret.
Oh.
I suppose it doesn't have to be a secret club.
It can be the Everybody Secret Club.
And everybody can be in it.
Oh, goody.